You can believe or not believe the fortune teller who reads your palms and claims to know your future, but the shape of your palm is sure to describe your personality. Palms with short fingers are a sign of a stubborn person. Wait, how short? If the palms look square and fingers are quite short, it means the person is extremely responsible and there's nothing they value more than stability and security. They also tend to be quite calm and down to earth. Well, thank you. The rectangular palm, together with quite long fingers, they should be of equal length with the palm itself, gives away an outgoing person who's great at making social contacts. They're good at all kinds of interaction, but sometimes they may take certain things too personally. The oblong palm with long fingers is a sign of a romantic person. These people are creative and have good imagination. They're also quite flexible. One of their downsides is that sometimes they're just a bit too sensitive. The width of your face can say a lot about you too. The wider your cheekbones and your face in general are, the more testosterone you may have. Testosterone is known to make people somewhat more aggressive, so beware. People with wider cheekbones can probably get mad at you faster than those who have a narrow face. Alright, it's not that people have wide cheekbones are angry and stuff, but they probably won't blow the conflict off. These people are actually genetically programmed to deal with more conflicts than others. There's also an interesting scientific fact behind it. The capuchin monkeys actually do have a hierarchy in accordance with the width of their face. The logic is, if a monkey has a wide face, it's more likely to be on top of the hierarchy and vice versa. To see if you got a wide face, you can count the distance between your ears and the height between the tops of the eyes and the tops of the lips. Usually the width to height proportion is about 2. Face proportions can also say how confident you are. It's all about the correlation between the width of your face and its length. The wider the face is, the more confident the person. If the face is 60% or less as wide as it's long, it may be a sign of natural cautiousness. If your face shape is round, it may be a sign that you're generous, giving, and kind-hearted. This good characteristic has a downside, though. These people are often unhappy in a relationship because they don't get what they want, but the partner is usually their main priority. If the face is long and the cheekbones are somewhat wider than the jaw, the face shape is oval. These people are perfect at communication with others, and they know exactly what to say to anyone to make them feel good and comfortable. People whose face has a wide forehead and a quite narrow chin, aka a heart-shaped face, have incredible inner power. If they set goals, they do their best to achieve the desired result. No wonder it has a drawback. These people can be stubborn at times. Triangular face shape is often a sign of driven people who are always in charge. They like to be on top of things. These people are self-organized, and this often makes them very successful. Diamond face shape is when you've got wider cheekbones, but both your forehead and your chin are quite narrow. These people are the best workers. They pay a lot of attention to detail, and that's why most of the time the work they do is of good quality. They are very direct, and they always say what they think. Another curious thing about your forehead are the lines. The so-called solar line is placed right in the center of your forehead. The more prominent it is, the stronger personality you have. People with this line are usually full of energy and can often be successful. Now, our features often say a lot, but so do our gestures. A study revealed that the side of the face we prefer, the one we turn to the camera, can determine some features of our personality. People who like precision and are quite good at math, engineering, or chemistry usually have the right cheek forward. Creative people, especially artists, tend to expose the left cheek more. They're also more emotional. Sharp ears give away a strong personality. These people are usually quite important in society and are born leaders. Wide ears can be a sign that the person is creative. These people are usually great artists. If you meet someone with fleshy earlobes, remember they're not flexible. Those with round earlobes value people around them and their relationships. People with small ears are pretty reserved and shy. Those who have long and thin ears are usually said to be quite humble too. Extroverts tend to have a protruding nose and quite full lips. In fact, most of their face features are quite prominent. For example, they're said to have bigger chins and jaws. Introverts, on the contrary, prove to have a less prominent nose, which is almost pressed against the face. We can tell it from a face expression if a person is friendly or not. The more distance between the eyes and eyebrows, the more this person tends to be reserved. It's explained by the fact that these people have stronger muscles, developed thanks to a surprised facial expression. They also need quite a lot of personal space. Nose shape matters. The more a person lies, the longer their nose. Nah, just kidding. In fact, a long nose can probably describe you as a decisive person, even quite ambitious. The longer the tip of the nose is, the more you seem to think of money, and especially about saving it. People with large noses tend to be ambitious and pretty self-confident and have all the qualities a leader needs. If you look in the mirror and see nothing extraordinary about your nose, well, probably you're mild-tempered, as many other people with average noses. You may not know its name, but it indicates if you have a good sense of humor or not. The groove that goes down from your nose to your lips, also known as the Philtrum, may show if someone's got a dry sense of humor or not. Look at the person you're talking with. The shorter it is, the more careful you should be with them. They take jokes personally. Going down from nose to lips, you'll learn if your opponent is talkative or not much just by looking at them. People with fuller lips are outgoing, which can be applied to the way they talk too. They speak a lot and are ready to make new acquaintances. Those who have thin lips are completely the opposite. They're pretty reserved. They're okay with dining with no company at all, and they can have fun even if they go to a museum on their own. They're also strong personalities and can cope with almost any problem. Sunken jaw and eyebrow betray a not-so-agreeable person, which is why those who have lifted features appear to be somewhat friendlier. As they say, eyes are the mirror of the soul and they reflect everything that's hidden. Darker eyes that have more melanin than other shades can be a sign of an effectively working brain. Other studies involving over 200 participants claim that people tend to trust people with darker eyes more. Also, those who have darker eyes are said to be more charismatic. As for blue eyes, people who have them are said to be quite competitive. If the fold on your eyelids is pretty thick, it may be a sign of a rather analytical person. People are said to be decisive in case there is no fold and the eyelids are quite thin. The frame of your eyes, also known as your eyebrows, can say a lot too. People with a high brow line are said to be more agreeable. Bushy brows, and especially a unibrow, betray some facts too. These people are independent, and they're not that much concerned about what others say about them. No matter if they're natural or over-tweezed or waxed, thin brows may be a sign that the person isn't quite confident. People with angled brows are emotional. Arched brows give away your sensitivity. It can also be a sign that you need more time than others to get used to new people around you. As for the fat in your body, it's not that important how much fat you have. The crucial thing is where it is. It can be applied not only to the face, but the whole body. People who have more fat around the hips and bottom are usually healthier than those who have more fat around the waistline. Uh-oh. Our appearance shows more than we can expect. There's also a so-called Dorian Gray effect. It means that people develop certain face features when they get older. For example, some women that had quite sociable and nice personalities when they were in their teens get more attractive physically as they get older. Vice versa, those who are naturally attractive but not as sociable may lose their beauty with the years. Our attitude depends on many factors, and so do our features. One interesting research had the respondents take photos while they were wearing their favorite clothes and favorite colors. Surprisingly, their features look different compared to photos with just some random clothes on. They even look more attractive to others. Well, there you go.